What we're looking at here is a desert tortoise hatchling digging underneath a rock. It's very typical behavior of desert tortoise hatchlings to do this because they need to stay safe and still to hide from predators. There are many predators. Ravens in particular have devastated the desert tortoise population of hatchlings in recent years, making literal mountains out of their shells and skulls and other bones. There are coyotes, bobcats, mountain lions, even jaguars in southern edge of Arizona, crows, hawks, vultures, and even humans pose a threat. So they're endangered. They're very slow and fragile when they're young, still slow when they're adults, but they're just so big and tough that some animals will choose not to eat them, except maybe a jaguar can eat it at any point in its life. So that's why only one out of maybe every 15 to 210 eggs laid for the desert tortoise survive. One clutch of eggs is 1 to 14 eggs. So that's not a whole lot, especially if it's on the low side. If the mom had a bad year, then that's what happens, and the chances of having an offspring make it to adulthood to pass on its genes are slim to none, less than 1%. At this point, the hatchling started biting a pebble. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe it thought it was food. Maybe it's just not a very bright animal, but maybe it's just playing around because it's a kid. It's only less than a few years old. So they mature at roughly the same rate as humans, taking 20 to reach adulthood. I have an acquaintance who said he lived in Thousand Oaks, California, and when he was a kid, a desert tortoise, a mature one, approached his house, and it exhibited no fear of him and his family. They let it hibernate. I think it was late fall in their garage. It just crawled into a box and started sleeping. They provided vegetables, fruits, water, and it would eat and drink every 2 to 3 weeks, I think. I read that they hibernate generally from October to March and will approach humans and hibernate in their garages and even closets if you let them get in that far. So that's probably a very good thing for the future of the species to self-domesticate. Cats and dogs have done very well with domestication. Without human help, the species is in serious peril, in part due to human activity, which causes loss of habitat throughout the American Southwest and in northwestern Mexico.